Okay, people. I have this video is about who really killed Jesus Christ. Okay, let me ask you that question: who actually killed Jesus Christ? Of course, you will say, "Oh, the Roman. Oh, Caiaphas. The high priest, because he wanted Jesus to be crucified." Okay. Um, But I will tell you who really killed Jesus Christ, okay? Who do you think killed Jesus Christ? The answer is now, I'm telling you now, right in front, is Pope Leo the X. But how did Pope Leo the X kill Jesus Christ? As you know, if you had known Daniel 7:8, Daniel said the Pope, which he referred to as the little horn, will speak great words against the Most High, So, what I meant by it was the Pope Leo the X that killed Jesus Christ. Pope Leo was born way after Jesus Christ had lived and ascended, okay? But how did he kill Pope Leo? How did he kill Jesus Christ? He killed it through his religious literature. People, Daniel had said, the Pope, the little horn, will write scriptures. They will corrupt the scriptures, okay? As such that Pope Leo the X told the scribe to write this type of story that Jesus was killed by the Romans according to the request of Caiaphas, the high priest. Okay, he was crucified, and then on the third day he rose up. Even the third day, it's supposed to be 3 days and 3 nights, right? But it was only 3 days and 2 nights. So actually, the 3 days and the 3 night resurrection is actually false, okay? And then the good question that you must ask, the intelligent question that you must ask, why there wasn't any writing by James or Jude, the stepbrothers of Jesus Christ? Why they never write anything about the crucifixion and the resurrection? You see, even they found out, they have dug up an old Bible in Ankara, Turkey, that they found that in this Bible, there wasn't any crucifixion or resurrection account, But of course, the mainstream Christian, these are actually the Muslim gospel, So, why you never ask the question, why the stepbrothers of Jesus never write anything, not a single word about crucifixion and resurrection? But why will you find the crucifixion and the resurrection in the accounts of Paul, the false apostle, Okay? Because as you know, Paul, by the name Paul, that Paul means little, and then by the word horn means religion. So Paul's religion state that Jesus was crucified and resurrected. But according to James and Jude, there wasn't any account of that. So how do you justify yourself as a Christian? Why do you want to believe in the outsider Apostle Paul instead of the Apostle James and Jude, the stepbrothers of Jesus Christ? They are in that family. They know better, That's why I remembered there was an incident that James and Paul actually quarreled, because James was asking Paul, why did you preach about crucifixion and resurrection? I think I remembered when I went through some of the YouTube videos, they were James was accusing Paul why he preached something else, because they are in the same ministry. Then after that, Paul ran away, avoiding James. Maybe after that he ran away to Arabia, that's the reason why he also went to Arabia. So, intelligent question for you. Why James and Jude never talk about crucifixion and resurrection? Because it never happened. That's why the Quran said, okay, before I go there, I want to tell you what Pope Leo said, how Pope Leo actually invented the myth, invented the fable that Jesus Christ was crucified. In fact, this story of the crucifixion before Jesus, there was a Messiah, self-proclaimed Messiah called Simon of Perea. He came from Perea, and then he came to Jerusalem, and then he brought with him some rebellion to rebel against the Roman, and then finally he was killed, and then they took this story of this Simon of Perea by the Pope, and he incorporated it into Jesus Christ's account. So the story of the crucifixion actually was based on the story of Simon of Perea, the self-proclaimed Jewish Messiah, which was killed also. Okay, so now you have an adaptation of Simon of Perea crucifixion account was adapted, plagiarized into the Jesus Christ crucifixion account. Okay, that's why Pope Leo X said in his quote, "What profit has not that fable of Christ brought us?" You know why he was saying this? Because the church was actually collecting a lot of money, a lot of donations, a lot of tithe money from the people, because this Pope preached about the death and the resurrection. Just to believe in that, you are saved. And then the Pope also came up with the purgatory certificate they issue. You must buy this certificate of purgatory so that those who already die will be redeemed from hell, So this poor chap, the unintelligent chap, the gullible chap, buy into it, They give money, they keep on giving money to the Roman Catholic Church, as such that the Roman Catholic Church has become rich, and then they build a lot of the Cathedral of Saint Peter, which is huge. That's why the Cathedral of Peter is called the Mother of Harlots, So, now how can I prove to you that Pope Leo was actually created the fable, created the story? Actually, Jesus was not crucified. That's why the Quran say Jesus was not crucified, but it was so to appear to them. That means the Pope write the religious literature to make it as such that, Jesus really died, crucified. Now, I want to show to you the other doctor, scientific doctor, because he was using a scientific method of waveform, to detect previous activity, So that means he was saying, this Dr. Courtney, Dr. Courtney Brown, PhD, in the video, the crucifixion ruse, Jesus and Judas, the crucifixion ruse. So this doctor was saying, when he used that method of scientific detection to detect what had happened previously, because he is using this technique, this technology, to detect like recent activity, like crime, like rape, who actually raped, he can go into the waveform, and the waveform can actually tell him, who did that, who at what time, at what place all these people are, So, the Dr. Courtney Brown, he was a Christian, and yet in the introduction of his video, he was saying, we have actually been forced into belief that Jesus was crucified. But based on his new technology, he had actually discovered that the crucifixion and the resurrection never happened. To begin with, if there was no crucifixion, there will be no resurrection, correct? So, in his investigation, he found out that actually it was Jesus Christ himself who created the rules, He created the rules somehow that someone else was caught. That's why the Quran say it was made to appear to them. That's why even in some narration that someone else was caught in his place. You know why? Because the Romans are so desperate to really kill the Messiah, because they want to prove to them that they can kill the Messiah. So they cannot find the real Jesus. In fact, the real Jesus at the time of the crucifixion, he was way off at somewhere other place, he was alone, because he has the miracle, he knows what is happening at that crucifixion. So the doctor said Jesus Christ was in fact not crucified. This is based on scientific technology finding, and yet Allah had already told you Jesus Christ was not crucified, This fable was created by the Pope Leo X to collect money because people are in desperation. They need salvation. They need instant salvation. Oh, just believe in the death of Jesus Christ and you are safe. Isn't that good money business? All the money keep on pouring in. Then the pastor just say, you are safe. You don't need to do work, satanic verses, when Jesus himself said, you must work for your salvation, Even James said, faith without work is dead, the brother of Jesus Christ. So who would you want to listen next? James, the brother of Jesus, or Paul, the unknown disciple or apostle of Jesus, In fact, they said Paul and Jesus never met, but in other accounts, they say Jesus actually confronted Paul about his teaching, about the crucifixion and the resurrection, There are two accounts. As you know, there are many manuscripts, So they don't know which one is the truth. That's the reason after the Council of Nicaea, Constantine burned 40 books, 40, not 14. 40 books Constantine burned. It could be the writings of the other sects of Christianity, who believe that Jesus was not crucified. But what Constantine wants is the crucified version of the Jesus, so that the Roman Catholic Church will remain, will flourish with money. Money makes business. Money makes religion, So Dr. Courtney Brown has testified that Jesus was not crucified scientifically, Okay? That's why the Quran said Jesus was not crucified. Okay? Is that about it? Where did I forget? Did I forget anything? Okay? Okay, that's the reason, according to Prophet Muhammad, Jesus' second coming will break the cross, because the cross is false. Jesus was not crucified. That's why when his second coming, he will break the cross. And then the cross, as you know, I have told you before that in the end time, there will be war between the Muslim and the Christian Europe, and then during this war, the prophet Isa, will join the Mahdi army and crush the cross. Christian all will be dead, in that war. Okay. So I hope I have answered you. Who really killed Jesus Christ? It was not Pilate. Pilate washed his hand. It was not Caiaphas, even though Caiaphas said, let his blood be the curse or the sin on our descendants, something like that. But who really killed Jesus? It was Pope Leo through his beautiful literature. That's why the reason why the Bible was only released in 1611, because in those old times they don't have computers, so they have to do manual work, which is very tedious for the scribes, So in order to make proper edition, it takes time, That's why during those times, even the Pope will kill anyone who has the possession of the Bible, any other manuscript than what the Roman Catholic Church have. Okay, so who really killed Jesus is the Pope Leo X through his religious literature, and you have been duped into it. You are now doing what the old people are doing to save yourself. You have to go to church, pay some tithe money, and all the pastor do, you are saved. Okay, the money have saved you. Okay, so I think I have cleared it enough. If you are in doubt, please go to YouTube and look up at Dr. Courtney Brown video, the crucifixion ruse, and even the Dr. Ray Hagin he was a pastor for 25 years, and now he became agnostic. Even the Bible scholar Dr. Bart D. Ehrman, he was a Christian too, Christian believing Bible, But after extensive study, after his own writing other books, he became agnostic, because he don't trust the Bible. The Bible is fake, Okay? So I hope I have cleared this video about who really killed Jesus Christ. It is Pope Leo X. Thank you very much.